Continuing on the front suspension, my understanding is this should not move anywhere near as easily as that. So we're going to take it apart and have a look at it. I say take it apart. What we're actually going to do, we'll take the 8 bolts off the back here and get rid of the oil that's in there. We will take the valve off, which I think is here. Maybe clean that up a bit, try to get all of the oil out. I've got some SAE 20 on order but don't have it yet. So what I'll do is I'll see what I've got and I'll put some of that in, flush it through, just to try to clean it out. We will then have a look at the gasket and see if we can make something out of cardboard or something, or paper, or we might be ordering a gasket depending on what comes out look like, and we'll go from there. So start with these screws. And you can see we've got absolutely no oil in there by the look of it. And that gasket is still firmly on there. So hopefully I can just continue to use it. So I'm just going to leave that to drain for a little bit. Okay, so from my understanding, the next stage is to take this out, which is the valve. Okay, and I'm using a 22mm for that. I need to get rid of what's left in there, so I'll just pump that out. So here's the valve. That, well, I wouldn't really know if it looks good or not, to be honest. But nothing looks wrong with it. From the couple of videos that I've seen, so I'm going to stick that straight back in as is. So why don't we set it in this clamp? Will it go in? Yeah, so we'll put it in the clamp, in the vise. That will allow us to move this, and then we can take another look. Okay, I'm just going to run some oil through it. So I don't have SE 20, which I think is what it's meant to be. This is SAE 30, so I'm going to run that in. I mean, it's compressor oil, but I've got tons of other stuff, so I'm going to run that in to just try to clean it through. And then I shall have to wait at that point for some new stuff to arrive. So we can still see some air bubbles coming through here. Still got air bubbles coming up in this corner. So even now, when I move it, oh wow, oh my gosh, it's suddenly, oh my, wow, what a difference. Okay, well that's, well that's wow. Okay, so makes a heck of a difference, is all I'll say. So what we're going to do is we're going to just drain that out again now. We're going to assume that's cleaned it up a bit. I mean, I can actually see a few marks in there, but wow, what a difference that is in terms of pressure there. And having moved it a little bit, just how much, I don't know if you can see that in the video, but having moved it a bit, just how much it's gone down. So drain that back out. So we'll drain that back out. I don't have the oil at the moment, so what I'll do is I'll put it together just lightly so it's all stored together, and we'll finish that up when I have the right oil for it. So before I stop here, I've decided to just run some brake fluid in as well, because it was quite grimy in there. So that's the last of that coming out. So what we're going to do is, as I said, I'm going to just cover it back up and with the plate back on, we will wait until my replacement oil has arrived. This will just keep everything clean in the meantime. So we got a nice big order of bushes and back plates and bits that got broken. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint up our stub axles, I think. We're going to paint up our dampers. It's taken me an hour and a half to cover these as I think they probably need to be prior to painting. So I've gone through and covered off the faces where, oh actually I probably want to do this one as well. I've been trying to cover off the faces, to be honest, where it squeezes in, because I don't want to add the extra paint. I've also taken out these screws and then just stuck paper in there in order to, so that I don't get paint on the head. So I might actually do a little, oh, and I didn't know what these, there's a little hole in here, and there's a little hole in this one, and I didn't know if it was a breather of some kind or something, so I just filled that up. Right, in fact I can see a couple more places I haven't done yet, so I'm going to do those. And then I'm going to apply paint. So we've got 3, I think now, coats of black on all of those. So we're going to leave them to dry overnight. Have to move everything about so I can get my stag back in. And yeah, then tomorrow we'll look at trying to progress underneath the car. So we have here Penrite shocker oil, So that's what I'm going with. And we have this is the driver side one, so the one that wasn't. Right, I don't know what happened there, but my camera just didn't film all of that. So I emptied this one out. Not a lot came out of it. This one was the one that was already empty. This one I filled in via the back, so because I already had the back plate taken off from before. This was the one that wasn't working before, so I filled that from the back, and and then I've filled it at the and then I've topped it up from here until it's just overflowing. You can see, hopefully, there we've got some green shocker oil in there, so that looks good. And then this one, because the back hadn't been taken off, rather than risk breaking the seal, I took off the bottom, took the valve out, filled it from there, and then topped up from the top. And as you can see, I've got it pouring out of the top at the moment, so I'm just waiting for that to settle, and then I'll put the caps back in and do it up. Now, this is a 9/16 here. This one here, the 9/16 was slipping on it, and so I was using a 14mm instead, which is just a little bit unnerving. But yeah, those are now both done. I'm going to tidy this up, and then I'll show you the pressure that we've got. Right, tidied up a bit. So this is the one that came off the driver's side, and you will recall how easily it moved. Well, we've now got a nice firm pressure going both ways, and this one came off the passenger side, and it's very similar. So good. So I think those are probably okay now. So I need to get them back on the car. Not yet, because I've got a couple of other bits I need to do first, which we'll see later. But in order to get it on, based on what I've seen, I need to basically split this apart a bit, get a spanner in there to hold it apart, so that when I bring the kingpin back up to fit it in here, I've got that gap. I can then get the kingpin in, get it all sorted, and then I can release the spanner from here. So for now we're just going to put them to the side, as in ready to go back on. And so we're going to stop this bit, this video here, and move on to other stuff.